Another one in to see the Ryker doctor. We're gonna do some upgrades. We're gonna upgrade the springs for the front shock. We're gonna lift it up. We're gonna do a whole fender delete and a whole string of other things. So let's get busy. Okay, this is going to get a full front end performance upgrade. We're adding a bajaron sway bar and end links, H&R performance springs, 3-inch lift kit, and removing the fenders. And we're going to work on some of the LED lights. First, let's take off these fenders. Since he doesn't want them anymore, it'll be easy to work with to work on the springs, and then I'm going to show you how to upgrade your spring. See, are these painted on? Okay, 4 bolts off the fender, remove the light, 2 Torx screws under there, pull the light, disconnect the light. And now let's take off this first fender because he don't want fenders no more. Seems to be a popular thing, removing fenders. So you're gonna have all of this for the light. We're just gonna rewire this and tuck this stuff away and figure out how he's gonna do some turn signals. Now we're gonna remove these shocks because we're gonna replace the spring. Shocks are good, but the springs are kind of squishy. Want some more of a stiffer ride, so he's upgrading his springs to racing springs. Shock bolt out and do the top, and then we're going to use a spring compressor tool to compress the spring to put onto the new, to put on the old shock. Shock is removed, and now what we're going to do is use our spring compressor, compress the springs down, and then we should be able to slide it off and the new one on. This is real quick. This is not a hard job. Some people say you should change the whole shock in the spring. I don't know. I always found the shock to be good. Just the spring, just a little too squishy for me. So, you know, it all turns into preference, right? What works for some works for others. I found this to be a decent performance upgrade on my front end. Let's go ahead and tighten these springs and get them off. I'm just going to tighten these 2 things down, compress the spring, slide off this little cap, and then slide on the new spring. Alright, everything's tightened down. We'll remove our retaining clip and we'll slide our spring right out. Alright, so here's your shock, and we'll find we got some H&R performance springs here. We're definitely going to use these. So this is a H&R, pretty good spring company. They do the springs for the BMWs, and so let's slide the new spring on with this plastic washer here. Slip right on. Okay, now we're gonna do a 3-inch lift kit. I'm not gonna do the whole video in front. There'll be a link to that video below, and it's because he got these speakers here, so he's been bottoming out. So we're gonna add the lift kit so he doesn't have that problem anymore. Like I said, the full video to install that, the link will be in below. All right, let's slide underneath and check out the sway bar we're going to be taking off. So kind of simple. We're going to get on the floor here, get underneath, and check it out. Okay, I see it here. We're going to disconnect the 2 bolts that hold the bushing in and then slide the sway bar across. So we got here and here. So if you can see it where my hand is at. So this is the sway bar. And we got a bolt in the front here and one on the back. So okay, let's do this bajaron sway bar. We're going to take the whole front off. Since we have it off, we're going to move the radiator support and the radiator up so we can access, let me put something under here, so we can access the sway bar bushings. So now that we're here, we're going to take this bolt out, and there's another bolt up here. Those 2 are going to come out. It's hot, so I'm not going to touch it. That's how you take the old sway bar out to put in the new one. So you're going to put a little blue Loctite on these extension. This is going to be just so this never slips out on you. They give you a little bit of blue Loctite here. And that's the only thing you could be putting Loctite on. So check it out. Okay, when you're adding the new sway bar for bajaron, you're going to do it like you're facing the bike, and it's labeled. So if I'm facing the bike, this would be my left, and you got to make sure those labels hit the bottom. So it's going to go like that, and you'll know that the top is right there where that pinch point is at. So that's how you're going to set it up. Slide it through on the other side. Use the same hardware. So we're going to slide this in, then we're going to slide in the other side and start bolting everything back together. That's what it's going to look like. The bajaron is going to be facing back, and then we're going to add these end links with the original hardware, and we're good to go. We're going to put this front end and drop it back down. Bike is done. It came in for a whole new front end upgrade. We got springs, stabilizer bar, end links. We added a 3-inch lift kit because of the speakers he got on there. So this one is done. Another one in by the Ryker doctor. And remember, everybody ride safe. Always ride safe.